Hello, beautiful, wonderful, majestic souls of YouTube. My name is Dans. This is my channel, That Good Tarot, where we do timeless readings for anyone with any placements. If you've made your way to this reading, I do believe there is a message in here for you. However, if you don't resonate with this reading, that's cool, that's chill. Go check out my channel. There are so many other readings there. I'm sure you'll find something that fits you, so let's get into it. Not me sitting down, getting ready to record, and then feeling so called to go through my other tarot decks. So what I have out, I have a different oracle deck that will add to the mix. But I also pulled out my first tarot deck. This is my original Rider-Waite. And I'm feeling very called to visit her again. So let's see what your guides want to talk about today. What do they want you to know about? What do they want you to be aware of? What do they want you to be thinking about or keeping an eye on? Universe, please, insight and information. What does this beautiful collective need to hear on this day? What would most benefit them to hear on this day? We have the Hermit. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. I can see you coming out of isolation. I can see you coming out of this moment of maybe you've been feeling alienated, just been feeling like you've been doing so much introspection and you're ready to take that introspection and bring that out into the external world. So it's not going from one to the other, it's bringing one into the other. Bringing all of your, maybe you've been deep diving or learning about different things and you're like, okay, this gives me a better understanding about the world. I'm ready to take this information. I'm ready to carry it forward with me. Okay, can I get some energies around this? Universe, please, insight and information. Oh, what is that? I feel like immediately my diaphragm like pressed up and then I felt like this weird, like there's something I can't quite swallow. I have a hyper awareness of my diaphragm, my breathing, and my voice. Like I notice I have more vocal fry than I usually do, because I am a singing teacher. That is my main thing that I do. Is it my main thing? Is singing my main thing? I think teacher is technically my main thing. They're pretty even. Splitting hairs at this point. But, okay. We have the King of Cups. What other energies do we have around this? The Two of Swords. So there is an energy around you that is we have the King of Cups and the Two of Swords. There might be a little bit of a disconnect going on. There might be a bit of just a lack of communication going on there. That's okay. Let's see what other energies are around here. I know there's been a bit of an energy that has been coming up that appears like that. So what I want to do is like, let's not revolve your life around that. Okay, let's see what else is going on. We have the Two of Wands. Okay, we have some expansion going on in your world. I love that. Here we are. This is what I love to be in. And anything else, any other energies, any other themes that we want to be looking at? The Strength here. I've been holding and using the Modern Day Witch Tarot for so long. I like forgot what these look like, how vibrant they are. One more, and we have the Ten of Wands coming up with the Strength card. Okay. I'm getting this big feeling like you're definitely pushing through some difficult times. But the big feeling that I get when I touch your energy is that you don't let too much get you down for too long. You definitely, with your Queen of Cups energy, like you're going to feel it and you're going to feel everything to its fullest extent. And I think that that's why you can move through emotions very quickly. And not like moody. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's like this extreme mood change, but I feel like you don't resist an emotion when it comes up. You see it, you feel it, you see the reaction, you feel it, and you like sit in it and explore it. Like really, really explore it. Like you let yourself feel it. You let yourself notice the way that it affects your body. You kind of play over your reactions. You really get to know it and then let it go, which I absolutely love, because I think that is what gives you so much strength. It takes a lot of strength to like let yourself really, really feel things, and like not just feel the emotion, but feel it for long enough that that top emotion, like anger or reactivity or jealousy and things like that, those are like the top emotions. They're very easy to feel. And then you can just reconcile it or like suppress it. But then underneath that is insecurity and pain and longing. And then underneath that, there's abandonment. Like there's so many meta feelings within one feeling. And I think you're very aware of that. That's probably why you've been in this hermit energy for so long. You might have experienced something, a little bit of overwhelm, a little bit of a triggering moment that put you in that state where you're like, okay, I'm going to feel everything right now. I'm going to get this emotion fully experienced. And that's what makes you the Queen of Cups here. You are so ready to go there. Almost in a way that I feel like not everyone is ready to go there. When I tap into this King of Cups energy, yeah, I feel like this could be one person. It could be a lot of people that you are in touch with. There might not even necessarily be a disconnect here in like actual communication. There could just be a disconnect in which, and like I said, this could be many people in your world. I feel like you have to deal with not everyone being as emotionally ready to go there as you are. Or people are a little bit late to the game in processing their emotions. And I think that you're past the point of frustration with that. And you're just ready to take people on their journey and accept them accepting their emotions when they come to it. But I think that it does leave you potentially at times a little bit isolated when you're so ready to go 5 layers deep into a situation or an emotion, and someone else is only going to go 1 layer deep. And then there's just a disparity there. But I think that you as well are coming to the point where you're just accepting that as well. And that's just elevating you again in that Queen of Cups energy, like just acceptance upon acceptance upon acceptance. What I feel like comes into this as well is a really, really deep sense of love and respect for yourself. And if you aren't experiencing that, I'm telling you, you should give yourself a deep, deep reverence, real respect and self-love around the fact that you have this capacity not only to go so deep, but also accept that other people aren't, but you can still love them for where they are in their journey. There are a lot of people who would take that and get really frustrated that someone isn't like ready to go there like you are, or ready to see things when you saw things. And then on the other side, there are people who let that depth give them like a superiority complex where they're like, well, I can go that deep, and like, I can't believe you didn't see it before. I don't feel like that's you either. You're just like, this is how I see things. This is how I'm ready to feel things. Not everyone is like that, and that's okay. And some people will grow to be like that, and that's amazing. And some people will never get there, and that's fine too. Like, it's just radical acceptance everywhere. And when I'm in your energy, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is someone who I feel like would not judge me. And I think that's why so many people are probably gravitating towards your energy, like I am. I literally came here because I was so exhausted from video editing for work. I was just like, oh my God, I need to get away. And I could have meditated. I could have slept, had a nap before I get back into work. But I deliberately made the choice to come and be here in your energy. And I knew it was because, one, it would recharge me and make me feel really good. And 2, it's a really, like, I'm called to it. I'm like magnetized to this energy. So yeah, sorry. I spend most of this time just gassing you up, but this is literally what I'm here for. I literally just want to gas you up all day. It's a job I take easily, readily. Let's get into, I feel like we looked into the King of Cups, Two of Swords energy. And it feels like you're doing really great, amazing things with that. I'm feeling that's gone as deep as it wants to go in this reading. So let's get into this Two of Wands energy here. It looks like you're expanding. We have the Four of Pentacles coming up. And the Sun. Okay. I'm excited that you're moving into this Two of Wands energy. I'm excited that you're feeling like you can do more with your time, that you can be more. I'm getting that as well. You're feeling like you can step into versions of yourself that you haven't like fully inhabited before, or like let yourself really, really go there, or really lean in. I see you really, really leaning in. There's still a part of you that's wanting to hold back a little bit. So it's a part of you that's still feeling unsafe in the change. So you might suddenly be doing a lot more activity than you're usually doing. And you know, our nervous systems don't like change. Even if we're in like a toxic place, our nervous systems would rather stay in the known toxic place than to move into an unknown safe space or an unknown expansive space. It's just the really wacky way that our bodies are trying to protect ourselves. We're staying around a safe space. And I feel like right now you're doing so much that part of your nervous system's like, but wait, what's happening? I don't know if this is a safe place for me to be in. And your guides are just gently saying, everything's all good. Everything's fine. You can handle it. If there is any piece of advice, it's like maybe clock the fact that part of you is like trying to drag you back a little bit, or just feeling a little bit unsafe, and start to maybe slow down on the incorporation of new habits and new routines. Maybe scale back like very, very slowly. If your nervous system starts to feel like too much is changing too soon, it will like start the self-sabotage process. And we do not want that when you're in this beautiful, expansive energy. Like, self-sabotage is not invited to this party, okay? But in order to do that, we just need to maybe slow down a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. So let's get into the Strength and the Ten of Wands energy. What I'm getting from this energy is that you have needed to be so strong for so long. I feel like for a lot of people in your life, you could be that the person that is the calm voice. You could be the person that is the rock, like, or the person who is kind of the leader in terms of organization, planning. You could be a mother or a mother type figure in which you are kind of like organizing other people, or this could be a role in a workplace, but it feels like you've had to be cool, calm, and collected for a very, 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 very long time. And I feel like what comes into that when we inhabit that energy, because other people depend on it, it's a mask. You end up masking, and I feel like you've been masking for a very, very, very long time. And your guides are like, that was absolutely the right thing to do. You absolutely had to do that. There were real situations that called for you to be absolutely calm. And I think that because you are so strong, you, like, people around you know you to be really, really strong and really, really confident and really unshakable. So if you're in a chaotic situation or a crisis moment, people do look towards your expression, your composure, your energy, to tell them whether or not things are going to be okay. You're kind of like, you know how like with pilots and flight attendants, if they start panicking, everyone on the flight's going to panic. So if things are a bit turbulent, they have to be absolutely fine and in control so that no one else is going to panic. That's what you are in a lot of these situations. Because you're so strong, people will look at you, and if you start to break, they will start to break. But as long as you look cool, they're going to be like, okay, well, they're not freaking out, so it must be fine. There's only so much of that you can take, that any human can take. And I'm getting the feeling that you've had to hold that together. For a lot of you, it's like months, if not like over a year, you've been needing to hold that together. And I keep saying there's only so much you can take. There's only so much a human can take. There's only so much masking a person can take before they start to lose their own sense of self and identity and their sense of reaction. So I can see why you have been isolating, putting yourself in a very recharging state just to let yourself feel everything. Now, if you feel like you're not doing that, the call here is like, it's time for you to go have a little solo retreat. You need to get away. You need to separate. You need to unplug. Let's see what the universe has in terms of advice for this particular theme. Universe, please, inside information. What is the best thing that this group can do? Whoop. 10 of Pentacles. For some of you, it's seeing family, being with animals. It could be going back to your childhood home. It could be with your chosen family. It doesn't necessarily need to be the family that you grew up with. If you feel like you can't, that's not a safe and recharging space for you. Look, I get it. I love my family. I really, really do. I have my limits before I start to get anxious around them. And I also know that I can't watch like my kitchen rules around them. They get too... I don't know why my PTSD is triggered when I watch my kitchen rules around them. It's just too much yelling, you know. 4 of Wands in the Tower. The big thing here is that if you do not lock in with a bit of like good rest, things are going to fall apart. Like, okay, imagine there was a pilot, right? And every single plane ride that they've been doing was super turbulent, but they were able to mask it for like a year and be super cool, calm, collective. But their mind was starting to get more and more overwhelmed. And then finally there was a flight where it all broke, the turbulence hit, and then they just started freaking out. And then everyone on the plane freaks out. That's what's going to happen if you don't recharge. Like, you need to reset. This process that you have going is unsustainable. You must recharge. You must reset. And if it's not for your sake, because I'm getting the feeling that you are not prioritizing your well-being over other people's well-being, you wouldn't be masking for that long if that was the case. You would not be keeping yourself together and being the strong person amongst all of this for your own sake. You're doing it for other people's. So I feel like you're quite ready to self-abandon a little bit. Sorry for calling you out, but you need to rest and you need to talk to your support network. Talk to your family, talk to your friends, tell them how things are starting to get on you. And you can still do it in a really composed way. But go to some of those people and share the burden a little bit. Now, this isn't going to have to be forever, but I have the feeling, we have 3 of Cups here, that people actually want to be able to support you. You support so many people. They want to be there for you. I just think you're not used to people actually tangibly supporting you. Maybe there's a bit of a fear that people aren't going to follow through on that. Maybe there's been a history of people who have been close to you that haven't supported you. But I feel like you actually have some people around you that are happy to share that load with you, to share the burden of it, just enough so that you can recenter and everyone can co-regulate instead of you holding down the fort for literally everyone else's emotions. Let's see what the Oracle cards have to say. I hope this has been some decent advice for y'all. It's been a big self-care reading. And you know what? I love that. These are my favorite readings. All right, we're going to pull 2 Oracle cards. One from this deck here, the usual, and then one from the other deck. So the first Oracle message, universe, please. The meaning is in the middle, memento mori, life, presence, depth. When we talk about the middle, I'm really pulled to refocus on the idea of co-regulating. This isn't a codependence on anyone, and you might feel that you are letting other people be dependent on you in a very, very imbalanced way. We've talked about this before on my channel about interdependence. We are interdependent people, like creatures. We are meant to be in community. We are meant to be co-regulating with people. We do need people, and needing people is okay, and fulfilling other people's needs is okay. And I'm feeling like you are fulfilling other people's needs and not so much asserting any of your own. And that's not good for you. It's also really not good for the people that you're around. It doesn't set up like strong boundaries or practices or like principles or relationship dynamics. So like we don't want to be too dependent on people. We don't want to be hyper individualistic either, because that is a trap that is extremely hard to get out of. So talk to people. Talk to a couple of trusted people about what is going on with you, and not even in a way that's gonna ask for help, just to like, hey, this is hard for me. I just wanted you to know that it's getting really, really hard, and I want to tell you about it before it gets really, really bad, so that you guys can be there for me when it's not even a big deal, rather than what I would usually do, which is let things get really, 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 really bad, isolate myself completely, fix it all, and then tell everyone about it after it's already done. This is not how you grow strong community and strong bonds. This is not it. If I called you out just now, just talk to someone, just to like, hey, this is how I'm doing right now. This is my reality right now. You don't need to do anything about it, but I appreciate you listening, and it's nice to tell someone how I'm actually doing. You will find that is a catalyst for so much more love and support in your life. So let it happen. Let's pull the last Oracle card. Universe, please, last words of insight and information. Hold up. I haven't used this deck in a sec. Sorry. I'll try and make sure I turn that audio down if I need to. Okay. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. If you feel like there are emotional things that are making you close up or making you want to close up and want to isolate, what these things are doing is actually inviting you to just like, they're trying to get you to open up. So maybe with some safe people who love you and are ready to be there for you and have proven that they will be there for you, like let them be there for you. Allow yourself to open up. Allow yourself to write some new narratives around how you relate to people, how you build those dynamics. And like, this is so important to you being able to continue being the strong person that you are. It's going to happen so quickly. It's just this this stress needs an outlet. Let other people hold you. Yeah, emotionally, physically. Let people hold you. Okay, that was gorgeous. This is exactly what I needed. It's exactly what I was wanting coming into a reading and just feeling like re-energized and ready to get back into work. So thank you. I hope I brought you some comfort, clarity, maybe a little bit of company. But yeah, thank you for letting me hang out with your energy, and I will see you in the next reading.